Back at it. Things have changed a little bit. The septic system got installed. So I moved all this stuff, cleaned a lot of this up. Put rock here, keep people from driving through, and lots of wood. I just brought it up here. The guys are coming today. We're gonna stack it, get it up off the ground, but I just moved it around from downstairs. Saw in the last video that the basement frame was done. Juan's back. They're starting to frame up the interior walls in this area, and they'll get through here. This all stays open, this stays open. There's some ceiling got to be framed in here. So looking at the plans, first thing they have to do is pop lines so they know where all the walls are going. Taking a leaf blower, blow things out, figure out what the ceiling height is going to be. We chose in here, just like downstairs, we decided to build in a false ceiling basically for the sheetrock. One thing, I asked a lot of things I would do differently. I love the SuperFloor. We're going to use it in a couple of other projects. I would have probably set it 2 feet on center. This is actually 4 feet on center, which you can do 48 inch on center. I would have done it 24 on center, and I think it would have been a little easier to deal with finishing out as well. Just a couple little things, but yeah, big picture, it's all worked out fine. Couple of little things we had to do along the way, but anyway. So framing the closet over there, and now we're starting to frame the wall that'll be the entrance to the closet and the wall of the shared bath. So one thing they changed over the basement too is they were doing it like you would normally do in a house, which is you just put the whole bottom plate on and then you cut it out later where the door goes. But since we're gluing it down, that became a little problematic because we would have to turn around and use glue gun and stuff to get the liquid nails up. So they're just going ahead and figuring for where that is and avoiding that issue. Making some headers. There's 3 doors in this wall: closet, entry to the bath, and entry into the water closet. Another fancy name for where the toilet is, but it has its own door, own little area, hence the name closet. Originally, this space had a big stairwell to go upstairs, and we nixed that, put in a little staircase, and got some more room for the 1 bedroom in the back, and we got room for a water closet. So it just makes the whole space more usable and nice. Putting down liquid nails, getting ready to stand the wall up. I guess they had a couple little pieces to do. There you go. Ta-da. There you go, instant wall. Measuring out for how they're going to get around where the radiant manifold goes. There's multiple ways to do this, the radiant, and we chose to have manifolds in different parts of the house, mainly so that we can do a feed and return with 1 pipe instead of having, imagine having, I think there's 8 zones in here, so imagine having all those zones running hot and cooled off water back and forth all the way back to the mechanical room. The efficiency loss you would have. So this gives us more control of each room. Anytime in the future, if I say, let's say, 1 person, 1 room likes it a lot cooler than the other one, I can add a little controlled valve for that room and it won't even run the heat in there as much. So it's just, for the heat side of things, way more control. The AC we're doing is forced air. Got another guy build down South Carolina. He's doing radiant cooling too, which I am anxiously awaiting to see how it works out. So we'll see what happens with that. I hope it works, because that would be cool. In fact, it'd be nice if he was. We're about at the same stage roughly, so unfortunately, he probably won't figure out if it works before I need to go ahead and purchase my units. But it would have been nice not having any vents or anything, right? That would have been kind of cool, but changed angles. I've come out to give my sage advice. Every once once in a while you catch a glimpse in the background of the Kubota skid steer going back and forth. I guess it was me running it that day. I think I was doing cleanup. I don't remember. Nope, that is probably Tater, because they were getting all the wood stacked and everything, actually. Oh, we were all running a bunch of stuff and getting it stacked up. So yeah, soon we're planting more grass around the outside of the house. So we're shrinking our working area. So, less places to run machines, but we're leaving space for what should be necessary to continue working. Just trying to more and more on erosion control. Talked with my neighbor that they built and cleared 20 acres, and that's part of what's been dumping mud and stuff into the pond, and they planted grass too, so hopefully we'll have all this under control before the spring or around springtime. Get it all done, and all that will be a thing of the past. More headers. Instant wall. Took the kids through. I didn't film it, but they're getting excited. It was funny because Billy Pooh was instantly, and I had to make a list. She started just rattling off everything she wanted in her room, and she's been thinking about it and how she wants it and everything. And Billy Devil's like, "Oh, you've really been putting thought into this." And she hadn't cared a bit. It's funny. So I have my assignments to things I need to make sure get done. Oh yeah, that's the entrance door over there. It's another wall, and I've reformed the hallway out there as well. There you go, laying out the other wall. So treated is facing us. That's going to be what's on the bottom. Figuring for his door opening for the closet there on the right hand side. Whew. So I just put together a big jigsaw puzzle. All right, well, the time lapse died on me, but got most of it. It's an optical illusion. I was like, is that still being bending? Have some deflection in it, but I went up there with the really long level and 6 foot level, and it's fine. So stressed me out. Anyway, all right, this isn't actually a doorway through here. I mean, it's a door, but that's going to be for a closet. That comes out here. Closet for this room. As you walk through here, all this still has to get framed up, of course. It actually comes out to here. This is like a walkway through here. Let's see if I remember all this correctly. Yeah. Walkway through here. There's a powder room here. If you're not familiar with that term, because where you live or something, powder room's just half bath. Means it doesn't have a shower in it. Or tub. Tub shower. All right. And then that's the pantry in there. Kitchen stuff over there. Alright. So doorway through. Originally, that door was offset to that wall, but Jackie didn't like that. She wanted it to be lined up. Got 2 windows in the hallway. The hallway is massive, which I already knew when we laid it out. So, man, this hallway's big. But that's the thing about sitting down with your plans and a highlighter and really going through them and thinking about it, because the reason this hall's as wide as this because the door couldn't start till there because of that little indentation. And what did that indentation gain us? Pretty much nothing. There's this bump out here. So, I mean, it brings this wall in, so you have the window next to the stairs. So I guess that looks good. But, of course, this was originally a garage, so going to be a garage. The cool thing about it is, yeah, it's a real wide hallway, but because of this, we could put some sort of furniture crap along this wall, and I guess it'll be fine. Bedrooms are massive. They're huge. They're like, I don't know, 16 by 18 or something. Alright, manifolds for this whole area. This will be the stairs going up. So I'm gonna buy that kit. Looking at a couple companies for the spiral. This will be like a little spiral staircase. It's only for the kids to use, going up and down. Of course, looks like we'll probably end up furring this in a little bit, but we'll see how much room we need for the staircase to fit. It's gonna be a little one, whatever. There's another entrance exit out of there, but other bedroom. Wow. Yeah, the bedrooms are bigger than they really needed to be, but there was really nothing else. The only thing we could have done differently, because this was the space we were going to use this for once we got rid of the garage and decided to get rid of the second floor. So with this amount of space, the only other thing we could have done differently, if we made them smaller, would have made the bathroom a little bigger, I guess. But it would have been kind of weird. Anyway, closet there. Shared bath, also referred to as a Jack and Jill bath. Shower, sink. Sink will be here, double sink. And then when I laid everything out, because originally that was a big turnaround thing, and that's what I got rid of. So that became a water closet. Got the toilet out of the room, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, this is fine, it's perfect. To work. Little view of the lake. Okay, cool. They get the concrete ceiling, so this entire thing is a bunker, the way it's built. Is that Eminem? Oh. What you got? All right, they're gonna use them next. So where are you planning on putting them? That's fine.
As soon as we get done stacking that, we'll just stack this.
All right. Wait till they bring the drop for the roof. It's gonna fill all this in. It's ridiculous. So this is just kind of a mirror of downstairs, of that den area. So this is just, but this is a guest bed. It's a guest bed, guest bath. I think the guest bath in this one's a little bigger than downstairs. This area is a wall on either side because this is a closet. And somewhere in here there's like a little, I think it's over here, it's like a toilet area and everything. And you got the shower, you got this. Back for another day. So you see that they have come out more. That corner there is next to the breakfast area. That's the guest bed. So they've come out there. They're starting to frame up. What are they framing up? That might be the guest bath. Let me see where they're at. Oh, duh. No, they're framing up where we, that's the end wall for the kitchen. That's going to hide the refrigerator. Once they get that done, then that wall is going to come on down where one was just standing, and you're going to see the outline for where the kitchen cabinets will be. So that wall where they're standing at now, that's the kitchen, back of the kitchen wall. So there'll be kitchen cabinets all there. That pipe that's about midways in the foreground is to pass the gas up for the gas cooktop. There's an island going there, surrounded by a second island. The kitchen's pretty cool. See how it all works out. Another reason I'm excited to kind of get all this framed up so we can go ahead and see it all come together. Yeah, so the voiceovers have been pretty fun. Hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Maybe a little more informative, got a little more positive feedback. And basically what I do is I'm in here editing. I've cut it down to, I've cut out all the stuff I don't want pretty much when I go to do this, but I'm kind of just commenting as I watch. Maybe, I'm not reading off a script. I haven't made anything. I just kind of talk, which is probably pretty obvious, but works out pretty well. So they're doing a 2x8 wall there. That again, you'll see it when I do my little walkthrough at the end. That is to hide that column. We've done a pretty good job of that. We'll see. I think there's going to be one upstairs and one downstairs that you see. And with all the steel that's in the house, I think that's pretty good. There you go. This is that little enclave I was talking about where the refrigerator is going to go. So that'll just set in there. See how we covered up that post or that column. So then this is just an open area because that's the double doors into the pantry. That vent and that vent are both toe kick vents because cabinets sit over top of those and they'll kick out into the toe kicks. The cabinets come along here for the kitchen. So once you walk in here, all that, trying to learn to move a little slow with the camera, sorry. All that over to there, this is all pantry, which is actually really pantry plus what I called earlier, not wet bar, but it's like a little appliance beverage center, that's what I called it. So this area over here is going to have cabinet, lower countertop, and then all your stuff will sit out, like toaster, microwave, all that kind of stuff will be right over here to the left. So this is the beverage center I'm standing in. So the rest of that is still all pantry. So I don't know, we're setting a fridge in here somewhere for a backup, like a beverage fridge. If she decides it's going to definitely just be a beverage fridge and nothing else, then I may go a different route with what I buy, like just for a beverage cooler. But if it's going to be just overflow for everything, it'll just be another fridge. We also have a freezer in the barn that's got to come back here. We've got two actually, a chest freezer and an upright. And I believe the overflow freezers are going to probably go down there in the mechanical room, the smaller mechanical room that's under here rather than up here. Anyway, that's she'll tell me what to do and I'll do it. This is the guest bed. Okay, like I was talking about, we just went ahead and framed in the ceiling. It's still let's see, that's 3, 6. It's still 9 foot even there, so it's fine. Make it easier on me doing my can lights and everything anyway. So yeah, we'll have to figure out how everything lays in here. I'm guessing that what I'm leaning against is going to be the bed wall TV. You got your window over there, closet, bathroom, so full sink there, toilet there, shower there. Both of these got built into the closet wall. So even though they're leaning out this way, the access will actually be from the closet, more than likely. Come come through here. This ends up, at least right now, unless we change it, this ends up being a wall here on this side of the stairwell. We could do some sort of railing. I'm gonna talk to Jackie about it. We're gonna make a decision. That's gonna have to be decided fairly soon of what we want, but I know the plans call for it to be a full wall on both sides, but I'm thinking we might just do like a half wall or something that leaves this more open. Anyway, come through here, powder room. Talked about that before. It's like a half bath. Well, hope you enjoyed it. Whew. Yeah, I'm going to get a haircut, so I haven't wore a hat today. I'm headed to do that a little later. But hope you enjoyed the video. Progress is happening. Well, in case you didn't see the short, I guess I'll show you all this too. Wood. Bolts for into the concrete. On the other side over there, under the tarps up through there, there's wood on that side. All that is new 2x10s, different lengths. All this is various length 2x10s, and then that entire stack is nothing but LVLs. Whew. And more wood, more LVLs, just in case. We got some spare stuff, and that's treated 2x4s. Man, it's a lot. But somehow, all of this will be up there and producing our roof over the next 3 weeks, supposedly. See what happens. It is guaranteed to be a little insanity. So they'll do the roof, and at the same time, my guys that have been doing the interior walls will continue working with them to build the rest of it and let us lay that out the way we want to. Had some commenters talk about trusses. I sent this to 3 different truss companies, and none of them would do it. 2 just flat out wouldn't even look at it, and one of them talked about he thought they could do it, weren't even sure how they get it here, and a bunch of other stuff. So anyway, trusses were a no-go. They ended up, the best we got was, maybe we can do part of it. You still got the stick build part of it, so whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Seems another machine has appeared on my property.